Namaste, this is BSc BM second semester class of State of Matter, and today we discuss here about the types of colloidal systems. As we have seen in the above article, a colloidal system is made of two phases. The substance distributed as the colloidal particles is called the dispersed phase, and the second continuous phase in which the colloidal particles are dispersed is called the dispersion medium. If we take colloidal solution of copper in water, copper particles constitute the dispersed phase and water dispersed medium. So, a colloidal dispersion of one gas is another is not possible, since the two gases would give a homogeneous molecular mixture. So this is the various type of colloidal system shown in this table. If dispersion medium is gas and dispersion phase is liquid, then it is called liquid aerosols, and example of this is clouds, mist, fog. If medium is gas and phase is solid, then it is called aerosol. Example is smoke and dust. If medium is liquid and dispersion phase is gas, then it is foam, and example is shaving cream and foam. When both the medium and phase are liquids, it is called emulsion, like milk, hair cream, cod liver oil, etc. If medium is liquid and dispersion phase is solid, this is called colloidal solution, colloidal gold. And if medium is solid and gas, phase is gas, this is foam, solid foam. And example is this foam, rubber, gases, etc. When dispersion medium is solid and dispersion phase is liquid, this is called gel or jelly, like butter, cheese, gel. And both are if both are solid, then it is called solid salt. Example is alloys, ruby glass, etc. Now the next classification of colloids are like metal sulfides cannot be brought into the colloidal state simply by bringing them in contact with solvent. These are known as lyophobic colloids. Substance like protein, starch and rubber, whose molecules are large enough to be close to the lower limit of colloidal range, pass readily into colloidal state when mixed with the suitable solvents are called lipophilic colloids. So this is lipophobic and lipophilic salts. When formed by special methods, this is called lyophobic salts, and formed easily lyophilic salts. Particles are true molecules, and lyophilic salts particles consist of aggregate molecules. Viscosity is almost the same as that of medium in lipophobic salt, and the viscosity is much higher than that of medium. This is called lyophilic salt. Particles can be readily detected under ultra in lyophobic salts, and lyophilic salts particles cannot be readily detected even under. And Tyndall effect, more distinct in lyophilic salts. This is less distinct. Reversibility, lyophobic salts are irreversible, and lyophilic these are reversible. Surface tension is usually the same as that of the medium in lyophobic, and surface tension generally lower than that of medium in lyophilic salt. Particles migrate to anode or cathode in lyophobic salt. Medium particles migrate to anode or cathode, or not at all in lyophilic salt. So this is about classification of colloidal particles. Now preparation of colloidal particles. Method for preparation is dispersion method and condensation method. First, dispersion method. The most obvious method of dispersion consists of breaking down of coarser solid particles by one chemical grinding. This is one in so-called colloidal mill, which generally consists of two metal discs held by a very small distance apart from one another, which are capable of resolving at very high speed and opposite direction. And next is Bradic's methods. In this method is used for preparation hydrosols of metals like gold, silver and platinum. This method consists of striking an arc between two electrodes of the metal immersed in water, like in this diagram. Next is peptidation. Peptidation is a process by means of which a suitable colloidal solution can be produced from suitable substance originally present in massive form when the particles of colloidal size pre-exist in the substance to be dispersed. The dispersal of precipitated material into colloidal solution by the action of the electrolyte in solution is termed as peptidation. The electrolyte used is known as peptidizing agent. An electrolyte having an ion in common with the material to be dispersed is required for sol formation. Peptidation action is due to the preferential adsorption of one of the ions of the electrolyte by particles of the material. So preferential adsorption of the ion, which is more closely related chemically to the precipitate, the particles acquire positive and or negative charge depending upon the change on the ion adsorbed. So this is about peptidation. Next is condensation method. Colloidal system can be obtained by various reactions such as double decomposition, oxidation reduction, hydrolysis, etc. The conditions used are such as permit the formation of sol particles but prevent the particles becoming too large and forming precipitate. The unwanted ions present in the sol are removed by dialysis, as these ions may eventually coagulate the sol. There are 4 condensation methods. First is double decomposition, next is reduction, and next is oxidation and hydrolysis. So this is about preparation of colloidal particles. Now the next technique is purification of sol by dialysis, ultrafiltration. Now we discuss the general properties of colloidal system. This is heterogeneous character. As you've seen from the above discussion, very colloidal system is a heterogeneous system. It consists of 2 phases, dispersion phase and dispersion medium. Most of the sol appears to be true solutions with naked eyes, but the colloidal particles can be seen through the ultramicroscope. Colligative properties, the properties which depends on the number of particles in solution and not in any way on the size or chemical nature of the particles, is known as colligative properties. So colloidal particles are aggregate of molecules, therefore all the colligative properties would be reduced. Hence colloidal system have very low osmotic pressure and freeze and boil at about the same temperature as pure dispersion medium. And next property is diffusibility. The colloidal particles do not readily diffuse through a parchment paper or any other membrane. So this is about colloidal particles properties. And next properties are optical properties, which consist Tyndall effect and charge on colloidal particles. These are the specific properties of colloidal particles, coagulations. So now we discuss about the gold number. Gold number may be defined as the weight of milligrams of protective colloids, which will just stop the coagulation of 10 ml of a gold sol on adding 1 ml of 10% solution of sodium chloride. Gold sol is ruby red in color and become blue on coagulation. So this is gold number for different colloidals. So thank you so much.
informative and useful session. ये और ये लिंक अरे फीडबैक देना होता है ना वेबिनार में, बस ये informative और ये स्पेशली बार हाउस में मैंने लिख दिया था कि इज नीड ऑफ एन आवर, इज अ नीड ऑफ एन आवर, इस तरह से ये था। बट ये नीड ऑफ एन आवर ये तो क्या उसका चल रहा है न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी का, इस पे क्या करेंगे? और बताएं और क्या इंफॉर्मेटिव तो हो रहा है, इट्स अ थॉट प्रोवोकिंग भी कह सकते हैं।
नहीं बंद हो गया।
लाएंगे तो भाई हो गया फर्स्ट टाइम कंप्लीट हो गया पूरा बताओ मतलब शुरू में आता ना वो लॉकडाउन जब शुरू में 10 दिन में टेस्ट ले ली वाला एमसीक्यूज वाले बेसिक में फर्स्ट टाइम वो एक्टिविटीज उनकी तो अभी जो हुए थे ना उन्होंने उसको उन्होंने हाफ ईयरली